if I just pay Zillow $2,000 a month, they'll send me a customer. I don't have to work for it. I don't have to invest. They want to buy or sell. I can help them do that. That's it. Transaction, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, one and done. Drop your real estate condom off out the door. You've done your job. It's it, right? Like, you got what you wanted. Everybody won, but nobody's connected.
Leave my commission on the nightstand.
Here we go again, and we are on the other side of the paradigm shifts and our bonus episode of ChatGPT, which we hope was beneficial to you. And now we're in open waters, Chris.
Yeah. Now we actually have to come up with content.
The shores at our back. We're sailing into the open seas.
What is it? A ship is safe at harbor, but that's not what it was built for.
That's exactly right. We're not perfect, but we're doing something. So we're here for it. So we thank you for everyone that has subscribed to the YouTube channel, has gone to Apple Podcasts or Spotify and hit that plus button and subscribe there. You're keeping up. You're leaving a rating. You're leaving a written review. You're sharing up the show. You're applying what we're talking about. And we appreciate you. Honestly, we sincerely thank you for listening and giving us a shot to add value to your business. If you want to hang out with us online, you can do that. No catch, no charge. Facebook.com/groups/tactical agents. We have that free group. Drop in there. If you want to read the inner workings of our mind and approach to the real estate business, tactical, not traditional, check out our book, tacticalagentarmy.com/book. And one of the things we're going to talk about today is the pillars of growing a business through coaching. How do you, what do you need to learn to really build the right kind of foundation for your business? And so that's what Chris and I spend our time doing. We split our time kind of half in our personal businesses and half coaching real estate agents. And we've coached several dozen, 100 and some odd agents and counting, and maybe you'll be one of them. TacticalAgentArmy.com if you want to explore a little bit more about our system and approach, which is what this podcast is all about, just helping you see and approach the real estate business differently. Don't be a statistic, be a success. So with that, there's 4 pillars that we're going to talk about today and touch on that you need to understand if you're going to be equipped properly to succeed, to thrive in a fulfilling real estate business. Mindset, method, media, and mastery. So I want to talk about each of those 4 things. We'll riff back and forth a little bit. And what I'd like you guys to do is to think about, how are you learning to excel in those areas? How are you being equipped, coached in these things to succeed? I think it's a really valuable exercise for you. So let's just start with the first one, mindset. Why do you think that's first, Chris? What's so important about mindset?
When you build a house, why is the foundation the first thing that gets poured? It's if you don't have your mind in the right place, you can't be successful at anything, much less real estate.
Yeah.
Real estate's a challenging business in that there's a lot of ups and downs. Getting started, especially when you don't have a plan and don't really know, you kind of get thrown to the wolves, right? When you first start in real estate, it's just kind of like, go forth and sell houses. Mm-hmm. And nobody really tells you how, or if they do tell you how, they don't really tell you everything. But the reason mindset is first is because if you have a solid foundation in the way you think and the way what you believe about yourself and how you project yourself to the world, there really is no limit to what you can accomplish in the business of real estate. People talk about a ceiling. There isn't one here. Like, you can literally make as much money as you want to make. You can live whatever life you want to live, but it all starts right there at the dirt, or even below grade, when you pour that foundation and you make sure that everything is built upon a solid foundation.
Yeah, I think it's so, having your head squared away, because that's the first person that you're talking to every day. It's the first person the last person you're talking to when you lay your head down at night. It's you, right? Like, mm-hmm. You talk with yourself more than anybody else. And what is the content of that conversation? Is your mindset such that you are pointing yourself in the right direction and setting yourself up for success no matter what? That I think that mindset is so important. When people talk a lot about motivation and discipline, but neither one of those will even have an impact if your mindset is off, right? So it is everything. It's what calibrates the rest of everything that we'll talk about in this episode. But like even when we coach people, right? Skills in real estate is one thing, but your belief set, and especially your limiting beliefs, things that hold you back, that's really where, once those barriers come down, you become unstoppable. And
definitely,
a lot of people, their self-talk, it's destroying them. It's holding them back. And so if you can help identify the limiting beliefs people have and then help them live into their strengths, and you can get them squared away in their minds, that the job is as good as done. Then now we can build skills, but skills without the proper mindset, just it's like giving a Ferrari to a kid that just turned 16. It doesn't know what to do with it, right? So doesn't understand the power of what he's driving. So it's the same way in this business. It's like all the skills that you can develop, they're important by all means, but if behind all that is an improper mindset, you're not going to be able to maximize them.
Absolutely.
All right. Next pillar that we coach into is method. And this is really important, actually really important. And I actually honestly don't remember. Do you remember what we've covered about? Did we talk about there's got to be a better, in our very first episode, have we talked about the CIA?
We briefly touched on it, but we haven't explained it. We just keep saying, hey, we're going to talk about this later, but this is the CIA.
Okay, so there's traditional methods, right? We've talked about traditional versus tactical. Traditional methods, essentially, when you hear us talk about that, we are thinking traditional real estate methods, business methods that are based on salesmanship and marketing in a sales-driven environment. That's what we mean by that, and all of the ancillary things that would go along with that, all of the actions and ideas around it. It's all lumped in when we say traditional. When we talk about our tactical approach, we break it down into what we call the CIA. We say don't be the CIA because they're secretive. Do the CIA. That's our method. That when we talk about a tactical approach, if we had to say, what does that mean? It means we do the CIA. That is our method. So break that down for us, Chris, what the CIA is in an overview way.
It's really easy, connect with people. Connect, right? Mm-hmm. Invest in relationships.
Yep.
Ask for business in the right way at the right time. That's the CIA. Now,
that's too simple.
Yeah. That's what everybody says. And every person I've ever talked to about being successful in real estate, and they're like, "Oh, what do you do?" And then I tell them, and they're like, "Well, that's too simple." And I was like, "Well, yeah." It is, because here's the thing about real estate. Being really, really killing it, really doing an amazing job in real estate is stupid simple. Mm-hmm. It's not easy, but it is very simple. And we can't like dumb it down anymore, our system any more than what the CIA is. Connect with people, go meet people, start the conversation with them. It can also mean reconnect with people that you've lost touch with, whatever. Just get out there, get in front of people, and be a part of their lives. And then invest in people, whether you do it with, words, deeds, money, however you go about investing in people, give to them things of value that bring value into their lives, and establish yourself as the kind of person who is looking out for their best interests, whatever that may be. And then finally, when the time comes, and sometimes you don't even have to get to this step because you've done so much connecting and investing that people will just offer business to you. But there comes a time when you need to ask for business, and this is key, in the right way, at the right time.
What's the wrong time and the wrong way?
Well, if you, one of the things you mentioned earlier in one of our previous episodes is when a new agent comes on and they jump on social media and they say, hey, I'm a new agent, so if you know anybody that wants to buy, sell, or invest, give me a call.
Right.
That's the ask without the investment, right?
Yeah.
What is their incentive, or what is their reason for wanting to give you their business or the business of their family and friends? Because you have shown them that the only thing you care about is what they can do for you.
Yep.
If you structure the ask in the right way, you are somebody that is a friend, a trusted advisor, a consultant that has said, can you help me? And people want to help people they are connected with.
Yes.
It actually makes them feel good, right? So when you do that, when you structure it that way, you give them an opportunity to feel good by helping you. And it's all authentic, and you're all doing it for the right reasons. They're doing it for the right reasons. You're doing it for the right reasons. Everybody's helping everybody. Everybody wins.
Yeah. And this is kind of like your appeal to me when I first started in the business, and kind of what we say is it's like it can be drinking with friends. Like you can actually enjoy if you're like core 100 people, and we're going to talk about this in an episode 2, like building a tribe. If your core 100 people are invested in your success and you are invested in theirs, and that is genuine, you are an unstoppable force. In any service business, not just real estate. I don't care if you mow lawns. I don't care if you're a travel agent. Doesn't matter to me. If your business is serving people in some capacity, and you've truly connected with them, and you truly invested in their relationship, and you've truly asked them to help you by giving you referral business, oh my gosh, like you're unstoppable. It just and you'll enjoy it. Now it can be a slower process depending on where you are at with that level of investment. A lot of times this is a wake up call to people that goes, oh my gosh, when I look at my address book here, well, my contacts in my phone or social media, I'm kind of a selfish prick. I don't talk to anybody. I'm not, I didn't really view myself as a selfish person or a mean person or negative, but I don't hang out with anybody. I don't help people that often. I don't go out of my way to look for opportunities to help. And that will be a harder challenge. And that's why some people turn to the traditional shiny objects. Oh, if I just pay Zillow $2,000 a month, they'll send me a customer. I don't have to work for it. I don't have to invest. They want to buy or sell. I can help them do that. That's it. Transaction, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. One and done. Drop your real estate condom off out the door. You've done your job. It's it, right? Like you got what you wanted. Everybody won, but nobody's connected.
Leave my commission on the nightstand.
Exactly. That's exactly how it. Like that captures the traditional methods very, very well, right? That terrible sexual analogy, but if you really connected, really invest and ask, then man, it can be such an enjoyable business. Every day you get to wake up and just be connected to people that have your best interest in mind, and the feeling is mutual, and the result is money. Now, when we talk about doing the CIA, the traditional model we call it the tactical funnel, because the biggest group is your entire network, right? Those that you are connected to in any way. And then you invest. Now, you can't invest equally in every person. That's just not how human relationships work. So the funnel narrows, and then you ask. And we don't ask everybody we're connected to at the same time, because You have to earn that right to ask at the right time in the right ways. And then out on the other side of the funnel is a focused group of people that we would be clients. And it's just the natural way, it's the natural progression, but the traditional world turns that funnel upside down. And they start with the ask, but funnels only work in one direction. If you turn it upside down and try to pour in the tiny part, and you're just going to make a mess. And
it's just a trumpet spray and spit everywhere.
Yeah. And if you try to force it upward, you're making it work against its natural way. And so people are going to feel that this is unnatural. This feels forced. Mm-hmm. And that's what we don't want. So that's the method, right? And methods matter, right? They matter a lot. And so the heartbeat of everything that we do, all the language that we create around the culture of our coaching is built around the tactical funnel and doing the CIA. And you just trust that process and repeat it and repeat it. All right. Next one is media. I would encourage you to go back and listen to our one about ChatGPT is just an example of that and the importance of viewing yourself as a content creator. You are putting a message out into the world. You are a media entity. You are, as Gary Vaynerchuk says, you are the brand, right? Like people get worried about building a brand. It's like, no, whether you think you're building a brand or not, you are. People have an impression of you and how you carry yourself or how you are positioning yourself in this business. They notice whether you think they do or not. And media is important.
A lot of agents think, the big balloon or whatever on their sign is going to make people, relate to them. And to a degree, it would work. But the brand is not where you hang your license. The brand is not, what color your sign is. The brand is not, whether or not your car is wrapped or you drive a BMW. The brand is you, your personality, and what you put forth in the world.
Yeah.
And that's going to affect how you find success and the type of people you do business with more than anything else.
Absolutely. And we're kind of winding down on time, so I don't want to belabor the point. And a lot of these things, guys, we'll regularly talk about in our group. The Tactical Agents, again, the link is in the description. And we're giving you the framework, the foundation for our coaching. So we're just literally just telling you exactly what you get. You're going to understand and grow in your mindset. We're going to teach you the method, and we are going to help you understand how to use media. If you want to check out our coaching, tacticalagentarmy.com. And lastly is mastery. And what we mean by that is not only mastery of the fundamentals, mastery of the methods, mastery of media and mindset, but really the mastery stage is how do I integrate these principles and these things that I'm learning in every area of my life? Because that, like we've mentioned before, the work-life balance is a myth, right? How do we have an integrated life to where you don't feel like, oh, I've got to put my realtor hat on, or I've got to put my dad hat on, or I've got to put my friend hat on. How can I just be myself and allow my business and my life to be the same thing? That if you can do that, you've mastered this, and that's why we call it mastery.
Yeah, that accomplishing that is a level of freedom that if you've never experienced it, man, I'm telling you what, it's just you are living the life you want to live. 100%.
Yeah. That's like literally like, my wife and I just talked about this the other day, especially now that we're empty nesters. We've got more time now and an ability now to host people or have people over than probably ever. Right. People have young kids. It's like, man, it's tough. It's school night. It's homework. It's sports. It's whatever. So I get the difficulty of having, opening up your life and time to people. It's not always that easy. I think it's important, but I didn't say it's easy. But, now we can have a Taco Tuesday, and I can take my VIPs or pull people off my Core 100 that I want to connect with and say, hey, we're doing Taco Tuesday, man. We're making the meat. Come and bring a side. Come and bring a beverage. We're doing it at 6 o'clock, 6 to 8. You know, I can put time on it and we can invite people in. And all those people know that I'm in real estate. I'm staying connected to them. And do you think we're not going to talk about business? We're not going to talk about our lives? It's all game, right? Like learning how to connect the real people in your life with who you are and what you do. I mean, if you can do that to where, you know, the old saying, if you love what you do, you never work a day in life. I literally I could work 18 hours a day because I enjoy what I'm doing. If I get coffee, I'm not like, oh my gosh, I have another coffee meeting. What are you talking about, dude? I get to go drink. I get to go have an Americano with somebody, have good conversation, see how I can help them, that they can help me. I'm just networking, man. I'm just building relationships. And it's like, this is an easy way to make money. But
yeah,
you gotta get the method and then apply it to integration to your whole area of life. That's mastery. And that's where the magic happens, is when you get to that point. And just like when you were in Little League, you didn't sign up for Little League as a kid, and then you show up to a field and they're like, all right, guys, go out there and have fun. They go play a baseball game. No, that'd be asinine. You have coaches that teach you, you know, good coaches they're getting you mentally ready for the game, right? They're teaching you the methods. They're showing you the plays to run. They're going to make sure that, you know, if you have to do a fundraiser to sell chocolate candy bars, they're going to help you do media, like raise money for the team. And the good coaches, man, they're going to have like a barbecue afterward with all the parents and the kids. You know, they're building a culture, right? Good coaches understand these fundamental frameworks. That's all we're doing but you need a good coach. If you want to get in shape, what do? You hire a fitness coach. You want to have a good relationship. You get a relationship coach. There's reasons coaches exist. And it should be no different in our real estate business. You can only get so much out of like a podcast like ours or YouTube channels. Like information isn't enough. You have to be able to integrate it into action. And that's what we're doing with the Army and the Tactical Agents group. So you want to know more, grab the book. You want to know more, join the groups. Check it out.
And obviously we hope, you know, when you go looking for coaching, that you at least give us a shot to earn that. But if you don't, just get coaching. You know, if you want to go with somebody else, go with somebody else. There's a lot of really, really great coaching companies in the real estate industry that can really help you dial it in. Obviously, we want to see you come to us, but if not, still, you should be getting coached by somebody.
Yeah. I have 2 different coaches right now. I have one that's an overall business coach, and I've got another guy that's in the real estate space that I'm learning from in a group setting. So like, you never outgrow coaching. Mastery isn't about the finish line. Mastery is about understanding, living these things as a way of life. And so we'd be honored to help you do that. And yeah, that's all we got for now. That's the framework that even if you don't choose us, that's the framework that you need to know. And if you're looking at a potential coach and you say, well, what's the framework for coaching? And they don't have an answer, well, Godspeed. Go get your commission off the nightstand. That's it. So, all right, guys, thanks for listening to this episode. We appreciate you, and we will see you on the next one.